Hi, lovely people. Welcome back. So I was thinking about creating videos about accounts, and I just said I should watch the old one, and I see that it's still actually valid. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna find a way to just insert that in this series. Okay, somehow, somewhere, we're just gonna fix it. Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about some of the security features. We've been talking about security, security, security. Basically, when we talk about security, what we just mean is the features, to curb malpractice. That's basically what this is. Okay, so it's not like, there's going to be some, I don't know, alarm that is going to just ring somewhere in the school. Okay, no, no, that's just not what we mean. Okay, so we'll talk about everything, every step we take, to reduce or control or stop malpractices. Okay, so well, one of the first things I'm going to talk about, I don't know if this directly fits into this theme, the security features, is the visibility, which I wanted to talk about. Okay, for some time now. So what I'm going to do is, in order to make this easier for me, I'm just going to clear this result. Okay, I'm gonna clear this result, and I think I should clear the backup to, I don't know, we might have some backup files on the server, so I'm just gonna click on clear. Okay, all right. Now, what we're trying to say is, if we want to log in, let me go to one of my remote systems. So, and I say Josh 79. Okay, and I say hidden. We'll see only the exams that is yet to be taken and that is active, and that the start date is due. Some of those configurations which you could set when you're doing the mapping as well. So since I collect the result, it means that the student is yet to take this exam. Okay, now if for instance, okay, I change the visibility of this exam. So I right click on this and I say toggle visibility. That's one way you could go about doing it. You can also come here and say toggle visibility. Okay, you could also do that here as well. And so if I do that and I try to log in again, okay, so we'll say Josh 79. Okay, so now the client or the student is not going to see anything whatsoever. Okay, they're not going to see the exam. So you could say, for when the exam is not ready to start, okay, you just toggle the visibility, because you don't want anyone starting before the time that should be. So this can slightly fit into, okay, the malpractice thing. I don't know, but just put it. I decided to talk about it in the security features. So yeah. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the photo biometric, which we've been talking about. So we said that we advise that each student should have this photo biometric. So if we come to the RadarSoft group, I think we did that for Paul Anna. So you can be able to identify them when they start the exam. Now, what is happen? How can this work? So let me log in for a particular. Let me log in. Okay, I need to toggle the visibility again. Okay, so you can see the icon change, so you can easily know which one is active or not. Okay, so we can now try to log in, and we should be able to see just 79 hidden. Now, if we log into this exam, as usual, we're going to see the information about the exam. Now, at any point from when the user is ready to when they log out, okay, when they log in, they're ready states, okay. At any point from when the user is ready to when they log out, okay, you can toggle, you know, if something which I'm going to show you right now is to show the details. Now that is from the preferences. Remember we talked about the client application settings. So this is the things that are going to be visible. The examinee image is there by default. Okay, the first name, the last name, the gender. Okay, you can always add more fields if you want, and then if you want it to show automatically, immediately they log in, you're just gonna click on this. But in that case, you will need to start the client again, because the client needs to pick up the settings again. So you will need to start that from the launcher. Okay, but we don't want that to show automatically right away, so we can do that manually. So if I come to this exams part, and I say send show client details, okay, and I click send show client details. Now you'll see command has been sent to one connected examinee. Now if I come over here, I would see that there is this that has been created. Now this animates and opens up, and these are the fields which we showed, including the image. Now this student does not have an image. Now the good thing about this is some students, if when they identify that the picture is showing and they're not the one there, they'll probably want to close this, and then they will not be able to close it. And then if they try to move, uh, they basically will not be able to, and basically it's easier to just catch them. Okay, if you try to move this, the stuff moves with it as well, so it goes away. So it's easier for invigilators to be able to identify. Okay, and I'm just going to do this with the other one as well, the other students, because we know that that one shows. Give me a second. So these other one shows the picture. So it's 5572211. So hidden. Okay. Right. All right. So because this was not connected at the time, it's not going to show, and it's not automatically connected. So we need to send that command again. So I'm going to say send show, and yeah. So you can see the picture of the person writing the exam, and then like I said, it's gonna be there. It's just always gonna be there. The user cannot close it. It's always gonna be there until you send this command that says send hide. So if I say send hide, now it has sent to two connected examinees. Okay, so this is one way you can actually do this. So at any point, whenever you want to go around to do some kind of inspection, you can activate that, and that can be a means to catch people that are not that are writing for some other person. Okay. Now, there is what we call a start exam permission. Now, I might have, made this exam visible, but I don't want a situation whereby someone is writing this exam outside the exam hall. Now, how can this be possible? Now, there are schools, that have a very large network infrastructure. The schools that have very large network infrastructure, organizations. Okay, we've dealt with them, and because of that, it's since it's one large network infrastructure. If they are able to get a hold, of the server IP address, it is possible that they can stay outside, because what you just need to do is to go on the browser and then just type the IP address. Okay, and that's what one thing you can do. Now, what we can do in the case, give me a second, I think I just closed this, so I would need to launch this again. Okay, so what you can do in that case, there is a setting, okay, that we have for this exam. So what we can do is to say manage exam permissions. Now what this does is that you can do this like an attendant. So whenever anyone comes in, okay, you activate them. By default, they're all activated, as you can see. So what I'm going to do right now is to stop those ones that are taking the exam. Come on. I'm just going to stop the ones that are taking it. Let me just log in real quick. 192.168.0.102. Okay. So it's not going to download the client again because I already downloaded it before. So it's just going to launch it. It checks if there's an update to the client, and if there's no update, so no need to re-download it. Okay. So if I come here and wait, let me just go on to the other one as well, and I think I should just close this as well. Okay, well, I didn't want to close it, but apparently I'd have to. So just gonna launch this again. Okay, so we get to see the alert. So if I deselect this, it means that none of them are going to be able to start this exam, even if the exam is visible. Now they're going to try, they can try to start the exam, but like I said, you can use this like an attendance feature. So if they don't get into the exam hall, okay, you do not enable them. So if they are trying to start from some other place, it means if they actually try to start this exam, it means that they're actually trying to start it from some other place apart from the exam hall, and then you can take necessary actions concerning that. So let's just demonstrate that. I think I'm just going to do with this. So if we say Josh 79 is trying to log in. Okay, now they try to log in, and then they're going to see the exam, obviously. They request for permission, but the manager is going to deny the permission, and then it's going to inform the manager with this notification. Okay, a connection was rejected for this user, and then it's going to say the device they've been trying to they are trying to connect from, and then it's also explain the whole situation for you that so you see that sorry, you have not been granted approval to start this exam. Okay, and then the manager is also informed. Now you can always come to the help and see connection logs to see exactly what happened. So you can see for this one, a connection was rejected for this because this examinee has not been granted approval to start the exam. So you can see all these logs, and you can generate the reports. You can look at them later on to know what really happened, and how many persons are trying to do some shady things. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to say manage exam permission. Now if I just click on it, there's no save button, it automatically saves. So immediately I click on it, it means that I've given Josh approval to start, and then I'm just going to try that again. So if I say Josh 79 eating, okay, if I try to log in, I'm going to receive the approval because I guess I was giving that approval to start. Okay, I'm not sure why it's taking that many times. So yeah, all right. So you can see that yeah, everything went well this time around, and then we're also alerted about the connection. Yeah, so that's just about it. That's for this. Now there is also the start time, which you could always apply during the addition during the mapping. So if I say I wanted to map some examinees here now, you know and I'm just saying I want to map the examinees, and I continue. You could assign a start time for this. So this is just like another way to restrict when the exams can be started. Okay, and if anybody tries to start before this time, you're going to receive an alert that the time is not yet, and then this person is actually trying to start. But I don't really use this, and I don't know how many persons still get to use this, because yeah, we added a few other ways to go about this. So it's up to you if you want to do so. This is another way which you can actually do this. So the other thing which we have already talked about is the randomization of questions from the designer. Okay, so you can configure that the questions are randomized. So questions are randomized, and then the options itself to allow shuffle choices. So this can also cause malpractice. Then two people sitting close together, they might not have the same question number, and even if they have the same question number, the options might be randomized. We also talked about the question bank as well. That automatically, you know, picks randomly from a question bank. That also curbs some of the malpractices, which can be done. So these are a number of things which you could use to reduce malpractice in general. These are some of them. Okay. Now, there is also some other thing which we can do. Now, I logged into the system as Josh Josh 79. Now, if I want to log in from some other system, okay, let me just try this into the 168.0.102. Now, if I want to log in from some other system with the same account, okay, it's not going to let us, and it's also going to inform the manager. So let us say, I don't know, there are two people that are trying to, beat the system. They come into the exam hall. Maybe one person is supposed to be using something else and then using some other thing. I don't know. Maybe that person is not supposed to write the exam at all, and then it's just coming, thinking that the system will probably choose, I don't know, the. Anyway, let's just go ahead and do this. So I'm trying to log in now. Okay, it's gonna show me the exam, but then it's going to request permission and then say this account has already been connected on another system, and it's also going to give you the name of the system which it has been connected on. Okay, and so it does not allow you to connect from multiple systems. So this is another feature from within the manager, which we get to have. So there was some bug with the multiple connection, because we were supposed to receive an alert, and we just looked through it, and well, it's it was fixed very quickly. So I'm just gonna show that again. So we are connected here for the Josh 79, and so we're gonna try to connect here again. Now, obviously it doesn't allow, okay, but it's supposed to pop up on the manager side, okay. So if we try to log in, it allows us to log in, but immediately we try to request for this, it says sorry, this account has already been connected, and the manager gets a good information over here about this, and as you know, it can also be accessed via the log. Okay, the manager can just quickly come to the log, connection log, and then see that the connection was rejected, and then see more information about it. All right, this has been a long video. All right, thank you so much for watching this, and see you in the next.